Good day. Today is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024, and I hope you are all well. Hello, Denise and CJ, Maria, Sister Jeannie, and all those others who are contemplating waking up and joining us, or will watch later. Again, we're going to talk about that deep book from St. John of the Cross, The Dark Night of the Soul, or poem. We're going to continue on with that and talk about the three benefits. Not only three, but there's three we're going to talk about. So let's get right into it. In nomine Dei, matronum nostre, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. And let us place ourselves in the presence of the Trinitarian Theophany and humbly adore the Divine Family. Deum matronum nostre, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Most holy and venerable Trinity, one divine family, I believe that thou art here present. I venerate thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O Trinitarian Theophany, relying on thy infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain the pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Matronum Nostrae. O Trinitarian Theophany, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me, and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank God for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to the Trinitarian Theophany. O Trinitarian Theophany, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good. And let us beg of God the graces which are necessary to us. O Trinitarian Theophany, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, O divine family, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Deum Matronum Nostrae, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum Matronum Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. But most of all, because they offend thee, O most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum Matronum Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. watching an old movie yesterday, I did notice that they said "good day" a lot in the movie, and it was an old movie. So the idea must have been practiced and understood a long time ago, and then slowly we fall into, using terms that witchcraft and Satanists force into use in society in a pagan world. So, of the benefits produced in the soul by this night of the sense, we read the introduction, and now we're going to read the first. As to the first, the soul is impelled to converse with the Trinitarian Theophany with greater reverence and ceremony, which must never be absent from our intercourse with the divine family, the which, in the prosperous season of her delight and comfort, she overlooked, for the very favor she enjoyed made her wax somewhat bolder and less reverential than behooved her, whereby is manifested the reverence and respectful bearing in nakedness of appetite, wherewith we must converse with the Trinitarian Theophany. And now, since we haven't chanced to touch thereon, we must point out another excellent benefit that is in this light. This is the second one. In this dark night and dryness of the sensitive appetite. And it is that in this dark night, in order that the words, forgive me here, okay, in order that the words of the prophet should be fulfilled, thy light shall shine on the darkness. God enlightens the soul, not only by making her to know her own misery and baseness, as we have said, but also God's own, the Trinitarian Theophany's own grandeur and excellence. Because apart from the sensible appetites and gusts and supports being entirely annihilated, the intellect is left clear and limpid to perceive the truth. Because all sensible gust and appetite, even though in soulful things, clouds and impedes the mind, likewise also the construction and dryness of the sense illuminates and gives life to the intellect. That oppression shews how God, the Trinitarian Theophany, proceeds to instruct the naked and enfranchised soul, the which is absolutely necessary in order to receive the divine influence. Supernaturally, and by means of this dark and obscure night of contemplation, in the Trinitarian Theophany's wisdom, the which did not do in the previous succulence and delights. So the Trinitarian Theophany withholds certain things at times and lets them come in at others. Wherein is made manifest that the former milk of soulful sweetness and the stay offered by the breast of savory disquisitions of the sensitive faculties which the soul was wont to relish, do not so much dispose her for this divine influence as the lack of the first and the withdrawal of the other. Wherefore, in order to hearken to this great Trinitarian Theophany, divine family, with all due reverence, the soul must stand exceeding firm and lean on no support of affection or sense. So that we have now arrived at this result, that from this night comes primarily knowledge of ourselves, whence, as from a foundation, springs this other knowledge of the Trinitarian Theophany. Wherefore St. Augustine said to the Trinitarian Theophany, let me know myself, and I shall know thee. For as philosophers say, one extreme may be known by the other. And in order more fully to prove the efficacy this sensitive night possesses in its aridness and desolation, to increase the light which the soul, as we were saying, now receives from God, the Trinitarian Theophany. So that if we would indeed arrive at the knowledge of the divine family, the Trinitarian Theophany, and of ourselves, the only way is by this dark night with its aridness and emptiness, although not with the same plenitude and abundance as in the following night of the soul, because this knowledge is, as it were, the root of the next. In this dryness and emptiness of this night of the appetite, the soul also acquires humility, which is the contrary virtue to the first capital vice, which we stated to be spiritual pride. By this humility, which she achieves through the said knowledge of herself, she purges herself from all those imperfections wherein she fell in the season of her prosperity. Because perceiving her own barrenness and wretchedness, she is free from the faintest motion of any thought that she is better than any others, or that she has in any way outstripped them, as she did before. Rather, on the contrary, doth she recognize that they are in a better way than herself. And hence springs love towards her neighbor, because she respects and doth not judge, as before she did, when she perceived her own intense fervor, and none in others. She realizes her own baseness only, and keeps it ever before her eyes, to such an extent that it does not admit of, nor give room for her to fix them on any other person. In this state also, those we are speaking of become submissive and obedient in this, their spiritual soulful journey. For as they so keenly perceive their own wretchedness, not only do they listen to their teachers, but even desire to be directed and counseled by anyone, whosoever he may be. The presumptuousness that at times they entertained in their season of prosperity leaves them. And finally, all the imperfections we have pointed out under the head of spiritual pride are swept away as they advance further on their journey. Okay. So they're reiterating here that the aridness and dryness is a benefit. Okay, and it is very, very difficult to accept during this time if one is continuing to seek the sensual delights that were previously received, even if they were only received in a flash or a moment's time. So that's why it's important that I read this and explain how this process works to people, because they get into these processes that the Trinitarian Theophany brings us through, and they don't understand or realize that it is for their benefit. So have courage and faith and patience, because you get through these times, and continue with your prayers and your Catholic contemplation, and we'll continue to see what happens after that. Let us begin Mass. Deum vobiscum, quoque apud te. Oremus. O Trinitarian Theophany, the Creator and Redeemer of all the faithful, grant to the souls of thy servants and handmaids the remission of all their sins, that they may obtain by loving prayers the forgiveness which they have always desired, who livest and reignest with thee, one God, forever and ever. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum Hoc Immaculatum Hostiam, quam ego indinius faminus tuos offeritibi Deum meum vivum et verum, pro inumidibidibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligencies meis, et promnibus circumstantibus, sed promnibus federibus catalocorum vivis aquae defunctis ut mihi, et idis proficiedat salutem. Deum qui communi substanti dignitatem mirabilito condidisi et mirabilis reformasti, da nobis spiritus aqua finimis timis divinitatis esse consortes qui militatis nostrae, fieri dinatus es patriceps Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui ticum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem, salutaris tuum deprecantis clementiam, ut aspectu divinae majestatis tuae, pro nostra totus mundus salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contrito suscipiam arete Deum Iesum Christum, et fiat sacra officium nostrum in aspectu tuo hodie, ut placiat tibi Dea matronam nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni Sanctificator, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificita blata prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomine preparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas Concoblationem, quam tibi efferimus a memoriam passionis, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Deum matronam nostrae, et Papa Peter Sanctorum, et Istorum et omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere in et in celis, quorum memoriam agimus in teris per innum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate, ut me mec vestrum sacrificium, acceptabile fiat ab Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum, sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudam et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram, totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum vobiscum, quoque apud te. Sursum corda, habamus ad Deum, gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Dei editor clementissime Mater et Pater, Deum Mater Nostra, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum, Deum Nostrae, subtis rogamus et petimus. Uti accepta habeas, et sanctificas ex sanctam sacrificium ilibata. In primis quae tibi efferimus pro ecclesiam tuam sanctam catholicam, quam pacificare, custodire ad honore, et regere dignitas toto obitelarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum familiarum caetulorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Katie, Gage, Mindy, Clarette, Mark Jr., Maria Josephina Mose, Henry, Barbara, and Benedict Santa Croce, Casey, Mr. Nobody, Amble Tink, the Cantu and Duarte families, Maria and the Lineweber family, John Cahill, the Dosco, Narita, Four Began and Wolf families, and Todd Wolf, and Alex Tafour. We pray for Mr. Nobody to receive the funding and strength needed to complete the first Sede Vacantis Catholic Council office in Monastery of Illinois. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse, or medical abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society and to stop all usury and ban quote gay and quote unquote gay marriage, all pornography, any devices like or platforms that promote promiscuity, and bring decent movies back into favor. We also ask Deum Matronum Nostra, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, with this Mass to destroy the satanic document of Vatican law that is the Jewish Talmud. We ask you to destroy Rome and the Vatican and transfer the authority of the Catholic Church to Fatima, Portugal, and release the souls controlled by the demons Lilith and Asmodeus. Please also block the passage of any so-called pandemic treaty by the WHO, which is based on lies and aimed at removing the divine family's children's freedom to move and travel. We ask you to save or transfer the souls from under the dominion of any Jew or Freemason that gives support to Israel. And we ask for abundant growth of foods and natural animals and protection against any of those who would try to poison the farm supplies. All these we ask in accordance with God's holy and divine will. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi afferimus, vero qui tibi affront hoc sacrificium laudis, pro se suisque omnibus, pro redemptione animarum suarum, pro spe salutis et calamitatis suae, tibi redum vota sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et momentum verantes in primis gloriosis per Deum Matronum Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium tuorum, Papa Sancta Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum, quorum meritis precibus que concedas ut in omnibus protectiones tui bonum et auxilio per inum Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblationem de Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus, consecratum acceptabilum quae facere dineris ut nobis corpum, et sanguinem fiat delictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridi et quam pateretur recepit panem in sancta sacramentablis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum ante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit frege dedique lumnis sui dicenza, cipite et mandacate ex hoc omnis. Hoc est enim corpus meo. Simili modo post ceremonia est accipienser hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacramentablis manus suas item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, consecrave dedique lumnis sui dicenza cipite et vivite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissione peccatorum, et quod est cum perficeritis me mono facietis. Unde et memores Deum nostre virtui, sed plebs tua sancta iustum Christum filium tuum Deum nostre, tambe et passionis nec non et in fidis resurrectionis, sed et in celos gloriosi ascensionis offerimus, preclare majestatitudi tuis donis actatis, supraque perpetuo axare novutur respiциeri digneris. Supplicis te ragamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, iube hec perfere per manus tuum, ut quod, ex hoc autaris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem subsenimus, omni sanctificatione, celestia gratia Dei per amor per inum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Ruth Cole, for whom this Mass is being offered. ib system et omnibus in Christum crescentibum, locum refugere lucis et pacis, ut odogeste prac amor pedinum Christum Deum nostrum, per quem hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bono creas, sanctificas, vivificas, consecratis et prestas nobis, per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est ibi Deum Matrum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea Matronam Nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum. Dea Matronam Nostrae, Materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis, peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quesumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus malis praeteritis presentibus et futuris, et intercedente beata et gloriosa semper Dea Matronam Nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis da propitiis pacem et Deibus nostris, ut opi misericordiae tui et vitae de peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi. Periendum Deum nostrum Iesum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui tiga vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum, et quoque apate. Ecum extio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat excipientibus nobis in et salutem aeternam. Pax tecum, et quoque apate. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Dei Matronam Nostrae, qua prante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuum unum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum avolumus in igualitatibus meis, et universis malis, et face me tui semper in halare mandatis, et atinum separare permittas, qui cum eodem Deum Matronam Nostrae et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis serenam aeternam. Percepto corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indi sumere presimo, non mihi proveniat in judicium condemnationem, sed pro tua pietate prosit mihi a tutum edimedis corporis, et ad medielam percipiendum qui vivis serenas, cum Deum Matronam Nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem accipiem, et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deum Matronam Nostrae non sunt dignius, ut etus et meis in tanta verba sopranum mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut etus et meis in tanta verba sopranum mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut etus et meis in tanta verba sopranum mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retribum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus queritud mihi, calicem salutaris accipiem et nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum Matronam Nostrae et ab inimicis meis salvasero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Quod orisum simus, Deum Iesum Christum punimente capiamus et immunere temperae fiat nobis remedium sempiternam. skapets tron, det är Jesum Kristum, Guds samtidigt, sen vårt kamp, det har vi heders berus, nej, priste. Uten min namn med min själ, med kvackvem pira, ett sankta rafficiana sakramenta. Deum vobiscum, equoque apate, oremus. May the prayer of thy suppliants profit the souls of thy servants and handmaids, we beseech thee, O divine family, that thou mayest free them from all sins and make them sharers in thy redemption, who livest and reignest with thee, one Trinitarian Theophany, forever and ever. Deum vobiscum, equoque apate, iti miseris, Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequiam servitutis mea presa, ut sacrificium coroculis tui majestatis in illus obduritivis et tratabile et omnibus, procubus irut obdulis siti miserante perpetuabile per Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Matronam et Filium et Spiritum Sanctum, Deum Matronam Nostri et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. My holy Trinitarian Theophany, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum Matronam Nostri et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here, in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and immaculate heart of Deum Matronam Nostri, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum Matronam Nostri et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Well, thank you for being here, and welcome to all new subscribers and visitors. And let's see, there seems to be an echo. I'm sorry about that. I don't have a live feed somewhere else in the house to check on it. But oh, hello, Peter from Russia. Oh no, he's welcoming a Russian. All right, gotcha. Don't mind me. I'm a little slow. I should take these glasses off. It's like in between, you know. Welcome. If you are from Russia, that's wonderful. That means we're hopping from continent to continent, all the way around the flat plane. Okay. Oh, okay. Denise is saying it was her computer. Okay, good. Things seem to be working well for me with technology recently. So thank Deya Matronam Nostre for that. And good day, everyone. I'll talk more on Friday. I'll try to do like what we're going to do, commentary. Again, please send me your topics that you would like me to touch on. You know, I saw the incredible numbers of people that are coming into the United States through the southern border. It is criminal what they're doing to these people, and you know, it's just so sad to see what they've done to their countries that they came from, and then move them on, you know, and promise them all these things here, and it's all based on lies. It's all lies. Don't believe the lies. Don't trust the liars, okay? And we all know who they are. Don't trust them, all right? This is, let me get my glasses out of my, this is the way we have to, that's where we trust, okay? So, again, we have to be charitable, but at the same time, we have to tell the truth. Please go and sanctify all those who you meet. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a great day.